Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to one of my favorite videos to make, and I know many of you's favorite types of videos to watch, and that is designer inspired finds from Amazon. I have quite a few bags, shoes, and accessories of various kinds to share with you all today, where you can get that luxury look for so much less. You'll want to stay to the end because the last thing in this video is so unbelievable. Can't believe I found this on Amazon. Everything that you're going to see will be linked down in the description box in the order that it appears. You're also going to see a QR code that's going to pop up on your screen in this corner. And if you are watching from your TV, take out your phone camera, scan that QR code, and you can shop directly on your phone. You can also go to my Amazon storefront. We're always updating designer inspired finds from Amazon as I find them. So you can always find what I've been discovering there in real time. So I have quite a few bags that are inspired by the brand Polene. If you haven't heard of Polene, it's a very chic French handbag company. Their designs are very classic and minimalistic. This first one comes in a really nice little box, which voila! So this is very much inspired by the Polene numero 1, and it is a smaller style version of that, but this is a faux leather, and it has just this very kind of cool little clasp situation. You would think that it would just kind of like pop up directly like that, but this tab is connected to the lower part of the bag, if you will. So it just has a little magnetic clasp that keeps it closed like so. Very unique. Open it up. It has this little design feature where the bag is sort of like creased and crinkled closed like this, but if you maybe happen to have a little bit more things that you need to put in the bag, you could unsnap these. A little bit of additional space in the bag. It's still closed and everything as usual. But inside you've got nice big roomy compartment with one little sleeve right here. The back also has a little sleeve on the back, which I think is so convenient. A lot of times when bags have this, I'll just stick my cell phone in there so I can access it easily without having to like go into the whole entire bag. If you wanted to, you could of course carry this like a little top handle bag. It would be very cute, but it does have these two little hooks on the back. It comes with both a gold crossbody chain that you could attach and a like matching faux leather strap that you can also attach, which is adjustable on the length. I'm really a fan of the gold chain because I feel like the gold chain just adds so much to the bag. It looks a little bit more delicate, but the matching leather strap also I think looks really nice, and it is also adjustable, so you could adjust the length to your height and where you like to wear your bag. This comes in several different neutral colors, including black, I think maybe some lighter colors as well, but it seems to be made really well. It does look very similar to the Polene bag, and it just still gives that same very chic and classic minimalist vibe. Another super cute bag inspired by Polene. This one inspired by the numero D, I believe. This is a crescent shaped saddlebag style handbag, and I opted for the one that's like a mixture of the faux leather with the sort of like canvas material. I think this is really cute, very, very chic. I think this is going to be a lot more transitional into like the spring and summer. Something about like the mix between the leather and the canvas just sort of, to me, feels like it goes more with like a warm weather kind of look. They do have quite a few styles of this that are in like the solid faux leather colors, like this color, black, I believe gray. Again, they have quite a selection of different like classic neutral styles, but I was really pleasantly surprised by this. Obviously, this is not going to be anywhere near the same kind of quality as the Polene style, but Polene bags tend to run upwards of $500, so they are quite a bit of an investment. Not quite as expensive as some other designers, but still a little pricey. This is nice and roomy. Go inside. It's got a nice little zipper here up top. Side, it's just an open compartment. You can see the construction inside the bag is not like the most finished looking, but if you don't mind that, honestly I don't, because not many people are going to be like looking inside your bag like that. It's really, you know, the outside that is more what counts. It's got one little leather trimmed pocket right there in the side where you could slip a couple things in to keep it organized, but overall this is a really great size bag. I feel like it fits all the essentials that I personally need for a day out: my phone, my keys, my small wallet, a couple makeup items that I might like to have on me, room for a couple other little odds and ends. And it also does come with this adjustable strap, so it's adjustable on both sides. You can see the little gold pegs that you can slip into the various holes to adjust it for how you like to carry your bag. It also comes with a shorter faux leather strap, so if you wanted to do it as a shoulder bag rather than a crossbody bag, this gives you the option to detach this strap, put this one on for that shorter strap. And I'm so sorry about my voice, by the way. I feel like it's starting to get really raspy. I've been getting over a cold the last couple days, so if I sound a little weird to anybody who, you know, is a regular, I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully my voice can last through the end of this video. But again, I think this is such a classy looking bag. Polene isn't really known for like flashy in your face designer vibes. It's more about that understated French chic stylish look, and I think this bag is just a perfect everyday bag. The theme is definitely Polene inspired bags. This one is a bigger style for all of you who like to carry your entire life with you wherever you go. Maybe you need like a good work bag. This is so big, it fits so much, and I just think it is so chic. This is very much inspired by the Polene Siamese bag. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this bag can fit it all, let me tell you. It is definitely very well constructed. It's very chic. It has just this beautiful sort of large crescent shape, but you can adjust the bag so that it's not quite so wide. The sides here, if you can see on camera, have these little magnets, and these magnets kind of help keep the bag having this shape, but they can also be used in the opposite way, and you can fold the side of the bag in, and then the sides of the bag can magnetize to each other to create a little bit more of a manageable shape tote bag. So if you're looking to be extra, you can unfold the sides and make it huge, but if you're not, they can fold in. It can be a little bit smaller, not take up quite so much space. Now this is the bigger style. This bag does come in a smaller, slightly smaller version to this. So if this is like way too big for you, they do have a size smaller so that you can go for that. It has two pairs of straps. You've got like the little hand hold straps right here where you could hold with your hand. You could stick it through your arm like that. And then you've also got the longer straps so that you can wear it on the shoulder as well. So it's very versatile like that. The closure is a little magnetic closure right here to keep the bag shut and contained. And inside you've got a smaller little zippered pouch. So if you wanted to keep your wallet, some of your essentials in here to make it easily accessible, easy to find in the bag, it is attached to this little ring that is attached to the back side of one of the handles. So that is a cute little feature to have. The bag itself is incredibly roomy inside, as you can see, and it's got sort of this like faux suede material in the lining that feels really nice. It feels luxe. I mean, honestly, this bag definitely looks a lot more expensive than it is. I think the construction of it, even on the inside, just looks like actually really nice for what it is. You've also got two straps on the side of the bag that I think they can like attach to the sides to sort of like hold the bag together. If the magnets aren't really holding, these two side straps have little hole punches in them that can go over this little gold peg, and that can further hold that more condensed shape of the bag if that is the look that you want. This bag also comes in a tan, might come in another color, again all in neutrals, but so classic, definitely fits a lot. If you're looking for a bag, like a carry-all tote bag that's structured, that's chic, this is a beautiful one to grab, and definitely a fraction of the price of Polene. Okay, so this next item is definitely a very inspired piece, and that is this little snake bangle bracelet that I found on Amazon. I love this. I think it is so pretty. It's got some little stones there, silver stones on the head, and then you can see the two little green gemstones, and then it has like little, you know, snake scale detailing in the bracelet. This is a hinged sort of bangle bracelet, so it's really easy to slip on over your wrist, and I just love it. It's kind of dainty, and it really kind of reminds me of Bulgari. Definitely not like exactly like any sort of Bulgari bracelet that I've ever seen, but if you know Bulgari, you know that they love a snake motif, and they do have some snake bracelets that look very similar to this. Obviously not exactly, but I just think this is a really cool piece, regardless of if it's inspired by a designer piece or not. I think like snake jewelry is kind of fun. I'm kind of personally very afraid of snakes, And I also find that I somehow have a lot of jewelry that has snakes on them. Also, fun fact for anybody out there who is a Harry Potter person, I am a Slytherin, so I think that is why I tend to like snake stuff, because it's my little Slytherin in me that loves a snake piece of jewelry. But really, really fun, very affordable, and it looks really cool also stacked with some of my other bracelets too. By the way, if you're enjoying today's video and you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for, but please hit the subscribe button right down below so that you don't miss out on any of my fun, affordable fashion, travel, and lifestyle content. I promise it will be the best decision you've made all day. If you have been around for a while and you enjoy my content, why don't you go ahead and find me over on one of the other social media platforms that I hang out on. Instagram and TikTok are probably the two that I'm on the most. Check me out on one of those. Make sure to comment and say hi that you came over from YouTube. I love it when you guys pop over and say hi to me elsewhere. Enough shameless plugs. Let's get back to the fun finds. This next one is giving me a total flashback. Any millennials out there who have gone through the early 2000s fashion in the way that I did in your formative years, maybe you will also have a flashback. But I remember, like, speaking of designer inspired things, there was a kiosk in the mall where I grew up in Franklin, Tennessee, the Cool Springs Galleria. Hey, if you ever shopped there, shout out in the comments. But back in the day, they had a kiosk in there, a sunglasses kiosk, where they were selling definitely designer inspired sunglasses, and I got this pair that were like Versace inspired, and they were so similar to these sunglasses. It just really makes me laugh. Like, anyone who was dabbling in fashion in the 2000s, early 2000s, are you having a flashback at this moment? These are a little bit more obvious, but you can see on the side, they kind of speak for themselves. They're very inspired by Miu Miu. And these are very interesting. They are like a rimless style sunglasses, which these sort of like shield style rimless color tinted lens sunglasses that were so popular, I want to say in like 2002, 2003, they are really making a comeback. So yeah, I decided to pick up this style. I think these are really interesting and fun. They are very weird to wear. You have to get used to them because of the fact that the lens wraps around to the side of your face. So you kind of catch that in your peripheral vision, and it's a little strange. But if you can get used to that, they are kind of a really cool style. Very different, very unique. I wouldn't say that the tint of the lens is going to be dark enough to really help me on a bright sunny day, but they are a really cool look. They do come in some other like softly colored tinted like versions of this. You really want to just go straight back to 2003 when it comes to sunglasses. These are definitely a really fun style, and they definitely look very designer, and you'll be very much on trend with these sunglasses. This one I have had for a while, and I just haven't had the chance to showcase it in any of my designer inspired videos for a while for whatever reason, but this is obviously a very Chanel inspired handbag. It's just that classic quilted flap crossbody chain strap bag. I got it in the like bright white color, but this style comes in like a bunch of different fun colors, not just neutrals. And this is super affordable. Now, what I do really like about this is, you know, it is not, you know, the most nice materials. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but it's not terrible either. But it is constructed really nicely. It has like actual like construction to it. Like, it's not flimsy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's very much like it's not going to flop around on you. Got this little turn closure here that keeps the bag shut. You open it up, and you've got two little compartments in there. The lining is kind of a cheap satiny material. I'm not gonna lie, it's really not the most amazingly constructed bag like some of the ones I've showed you previously. You've got a little zipper pouch here in the center of the bag if you wanted to keep some things a little bit more separated if you need. The hardware isn't bad. It doesn't look too cheap looking. It is like a nice toned gold. You can wear it crossbody long ways like this, or you can wear it on the shoulder. Either way, it works really well. It's super cute. It's a classic style. It's very affordable, so can't go wrong. And I've definitely worn this several times, and it's just an easy go-to, very classic and ladylike bag. Very bougie on a budget. I also picked up a scarf a while back that definitely is very inspired by Hermes. Doesn't say Hermes or anything like that, have any H's or anything anywhere on here, but if you know, then you know that this orange is kind of like their signature color, and it just has that like equestrian sort of motif that I've seen a lot of Hermes scarves have. And I love it. I love a great silk scarf. This isn't silk, but you get my drift. I have such a collection of these, and you can use them in so many different ways. I tie them on my head as a headband. I tie them around my ponytail. I like to tie them around my neck. I'll tie them around the handle of a handbag just to give a bag and an overall outfit a little bit of some extra pattern or color. I've even used these as like a belt before. You can wear these as a shirt if you have like maybe a smaller chest than I do. I've seen girls do that and it's really cute. So many ways to wear a scarf, and this one's just very classic. I love the colors in it, and I love that sort of chic equestrian motif that it has, and this is also just like so affordable. All right, I cannot remember if I included this in my last Amazon designer inspired finds, but it's been one of my favorite purchases of the last like 6 months or so. This is very inspired by the Bottega woven clutch, and I actually just went into the new Bottega store that's in Glendale, close to where I live, and saw one of these up close and in person, and this definitely, it's a good alternative, shall we say. I love this style. I love the like woven like faux leather. I think that is so beautiful. I love this little like knotted clasp that just comes, it latches in and that keeps the bag shut, so you have to open that up. And then inside I have the detachable adjustable strap that you can connect to these two little hooks here on the sides, and you can wear it as a crossbody if you like. I tend to just wear it under my arm as a clutch. I think it looks a little bit more chic that way. It also has a little top handle that you can carry it in your hand if you'd like. Inside you've just got a little nice narrow compartment, a little zipper compartment here, and a little unzippered compartment on the other side. So there is a little bit of place for some organization. Obviously it doesn't fit a ton, but I usually use this when I'm going out at night, and I've been using this quite a bit since I've purchased it like probably 6 months ago, and it is really holding up, and it is stunning. Especially this like burgundy color has been so hot for the last few months. I might have to get one in like a more spring summer color just because I do use this style of bag so much. Very worth it, and I don't know, I just love it. I love the like elongated shape of it. It's very unique. It's not like your typical night out clutch, which is why I was very drawn to it. Okay, a little bit of a departure from the polene theme is this lovely tote bag. Now this is just a very simple tote, but it is inspired by the Margot tote from the Row. If you're not familiar with the Row, it is Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's fashion brand, which I think is just so crazy. Again, if you're a millennial, to have seen the, you know, career trajectory of the Olsen twins into where it is now with the Row, which is such a chic, very minimalist, but also very expensive fashion brand. I mean, I have to applaud them because they really evolved their careers from like childhood into something so incredibly chic and successful. But this is a bag that is extremely popular. This is the smaller version. There is a larger version, but I thought this smaller size was going to be a lot more appropriate for me. I don't tend to like huge bags or need to carry a bunch, and this is just a great size. It's got little gold feet on the bottom so that when you set it down on a table, keeps the bottom of the bag nice and clean. On the inside, it is very roomy. The construction on the inside actually looks pretty nice. I'll try to peek in there for you so you can look. But you've got this little compartment right here on the side, little zippered compartment there on the other side, and then if you wanted to keep the bag in a more closed state, there's this little toggle and hook. You can latch that together and it will keep the bag a little bit more closed. And then I love on the side this little design feature with the buckles. You could theoretically loosen this up. There is one hole there that you could loosen it to, so if you needed the bag to be a little bit more expanded, a little bit bigger, I guess that is what that is for. But this is just very chic, very simple and minimalist, but I think a bag that definitely looks more expensive than it is. And you know, the Row is such a hot fashion label right now, so grabbing something at a fraction of the price, because I believe this Margot tote is somewhere upwards of $3,000. Definitely a very luxe and old money aesthetic type look for less. This is yet another gorgeous bag inspired by polene. This one I believe is inspired by the noddle style bag. And I love this sort of like crisscross woven aspect to this bag. It makes it look very unique. You've got an adjustable strap here, so you can see it's got that design with the gold pegs and the holes punched throughout the strap so that you could either wear this over your shoulder or you could adjust it so it could be crossbody. Now again, this is a faux leather. It does look really, really nice. It's got a zipper compartment here at the top, and inside you have a pretty good sized little compartment in there, a little unzippered pouch here on the side, and then you'll have a zippered one on the opposite side of the bag. Definitely big enough for like your everyday essentials. This does come also in black and some other neutrals. Very much a fraction of the price of polene, and this one in particular I just think is so cool and unique. Okay, back to a fun pair of sunglasses. These are so very much inspired by the Tom Ford Johnson Pilot sunglasses. They're just like this massive retro style aviator sunglasses that really kind of make me think of like the 70s. I just really love these. I got them in this sort of like light yellow sort of tinted lens, but they do have quite a few different color combinations in terms of like the lens and the frame color. This is like a solid black frame with a yellow tinted lens. There are some tortoise styles of this, I believe, and maybe some collars, but these are just so cool. Every time I wear these with whatever I wear them with, I just feel like instantly my whole outfit looks so much cooler because of these. They are huge. I know they're not gonna be for everyone, but something about them, they're just retro. I feel like if I get to go skiing one more time this season, I'm definitely bringing these up with me because they're giving me like retro skiing in the mountains après ski vibes in a certain way, which I love, but I think they're gonna look so cool with like summer stuff as well. I just love how big they are, and I feel like I could be like in the Italian mafia or something in these, but that's the vibe I'm getting wearing them. But if you want some seriously huge and very statement making sunglasses, these are such a great pair to pick up. I told you that I was saving the best for last. Are you ready? Let's just have like a moment of silence for these shoes. Okay, let's just take a look. Like, these are so freaking good. I am absolutely dead. It kind of goes without saying what they're inspired by. I think you can read, even if you look at the bottom, look at the heel of the shoe. Like, what? It's the details for me, y'all. But these run true to size. I got them in my usual size, 41. They have this sort of like woven jacquard sort of material that makes up the slide of the sandal. They fit really nicely on the foot, and they have this very, very small low block heel, so they're basically flats, and they come in several different colorways. These are gonna be so cute in the summertime with like my swimsuits, with like my linen slacks, with like anything, literally anything. And I love this sort of like triangular print because it's gonna add just a little bit of extra visual interest to whatever outfit that you add these shoes to. I mean, even if you wear this with the most basic, boring outfit, the shoes are gonna add like a pop of something. And these are less than $50. So the link is down in the description box. The little QR code is somewhere on the screen. Snag them. They are so good. I'll also put the link to another pair of sandals that I've had my eye on in the description box, but I have not bought yet, but they are also, they look really cute and they're very designer inspired. You might want to check those out too. I'll link those right after I link these. This is such a good find. I'm literally baffled and amazed and loving them. So yeah. Well, I hope you found some fun finds to add to your Amazon cart today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. I would absolutely love it if you would join the YouTube fam. If you want to see some other Amazon designer inspired finds, I'll link an older video that I made here where you can shop some more. There's some great ones over on that one. I'll see you guys over here, and if not, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!